Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. It is good to see you all again for this follow-up meeting on the Federal Open Market Committee's minutes. I hope everyone had a chance to recharge their humor batteries after a long last meeting, because believe it or not, the world has managed to outdo itself yet again. You may be wondering, what could possibly be funnier than meme coins taking the spotlight? Well, hold on, because we have a new contender in town. The world is debating and stressing over the debt ceiling. And while these minutes actually won't cover that, we will get a little more insight into what my colleagues were thinking and acting upon and what may come in the next months. So, as we do, I need everyone to smash the like and subscribe buttons before the US defaults. I have no other comments. TomPow out. Whoa. TomPow joining us on a random day. I think the guy's got a little crush on us, really. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be our minor Chairman holiday. This is basically the follow-up minutes to the meeting, and while we will be serving a hot lunch here of hype and mostly nothing burger, I hope you brought your appetites, because that's just how they go. It's good to be back, everybody. I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. Wow. Just ignore that stream. If you didn't see it, don't go back and watch it. Just watch some shorts or something instead that we made. Don't watch that one. Although actually do. If you're a Crown fan, it was a good time, I think. Maybe. I was very, very rough. So let's get into it. We've got only 9 minutes until these notes come out. I have, unlike the FOMC, we don't actually have to find these. They will publish them directly to their site. And in our new Tom Crown tradition, we will be using AI to assist us. We'll be using AI to assist us breaking it down and figuring out exactly what they were talking about. I'm trying to make something work here. It does not seem to be working. That's okay. Never does. There we go. Now it's working. All right, we're good. So we'll be using AI or ChatGPT to assist us in breaking these minutes down to see if we can find anything spicy. As TomPow mentioned, there won't be any talk of the debt ceiling, as that was really in sights only since the meeting. And interesting note here, we have seen the Fed and our forward guidance and our interest rate decisions kind of guide the markets, and it's been essentially what every trader's just hinging on, waiting on to hear what will be said next. And it's wild how fast that became popular. As you know, we've been covering FOMC meetings for years, long before they were popular. Shout out to everyone who's copying us. I'm just playing. Shout out to everybody who's found interest in it and something that's really not interesting. And it's insane, in the same kind of tsunami of popularity of the FOMC meetings. Now it seems we have another topic that might even be more important, and that is the debt ceiling. I have ranted about this in multiple streams, so I'll keep this one short. This is the 79th time that the U.S. has had to adjust the debt ceiling in, I believe it's only 60 years. If it's not 60, it's 80. I think it's 60. That means this is a topic every single year. If it's 60 more than once a year, if it's 80 once a year. This is nothing new. This is the same song and dance over and over and over again. It is a political weapon or tool, and it's a little ridiculous. Chairman Powell, if we listen back to what he said, I should add clips, in the last FOMC meetings, when asked by both senators and reporters about it, he was very clear. The debt ceiling must be raised. It's not even like, well, we have to consider things. We didn't have to look at the data. We'll look at the data. No looking at data. No, is it not? No Gina, unfortunately. He's 100% clear when he says it is unimaginable for the U.S. to default. So they will raise the ceiling. I guess we'll find out, as Yellen said, by, I believe, the 1st of June. The U.S. may not be able to pay its bills. The outcome of the U.S. defaulting, I mean, no one's ever lived through it, so I guess no one can say for sure, but I guess we can imagine not so great. As we get into the next 5 minutes, when we'll have these notes, let me power this up. Check out our sponsors in the video description below. FedMex, Fairdesk, Market Cipher. I use all of these exchanges and tools. They are excellent. They keep the lights on on this stream during the rough times, just like you guys keep these streams hype and you keep them fun, even though the markets have been pretty rough. So check out also crownanalysis.com. There's a bunch of new articles. I think we need to do a special shout out for Miss Coins Chick, who BitBoy mentioned, I don't even know, for like the millionth time today in his live stream. But we're also going to shout out Moggy, Mr. Poppy. We looked over his weekly update, which was very insightful yesterday, and Moggy again. All kinds of articles, guys. If you are an author and want to be published, we can make that happen. Join the Discord. Send me a message. You'll never guess why he originally started shouting her out. Maybe. Yeah, right. If you think BitBoy, if you question if BitBoy is good for the crypto, you read that article. Let's take a peek quick at our economic calendar. Really, FOMC meeting minutes, taking the onus today, taking the importance. Really, it's like the most important thing going on. We talked about this in our previous streams. I'm turning some tunes. On top of that, not too much. I guess President Lagarde speaks. We tried to cover that here once. Nobody cared. Sorry, our EU fans. Nobody cared. This week, really quick, let's just get... No, the opposite of what I wanted. There we are. That's much better. Into this week, we looked at this briefly yesterday as well. We did have building permits down today. Services PMI above forecast. New home sales above forecast. That was yesterday. TomPow Speaks. Did anyone... we looked for this. I couldn't find it. I think this is like... I don't know. I feel like this is fake news. I didn't see him speak. I couldn't find it on the internet anywhere. Tomorrow we have GDP quarter over quarter. Huge numbers. Forecast at 1.1. Initial jobless claims pending home sales. And into Friday, core durable good orders and basically the wholesale inflation index. So pretty big numbers coming up in the week. A mix-up in these minutes could be more important than all of them. But, man, into the end of this month, what's really going to be annoyingly the only thing anyone talks about is going to be that dang debt ceiling. It's going to get raised. There is one other option. I tweeted about it. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. I tweeted about it very vaguely. There is another option that is not... it's a loophole legally, which is printing the $1 trillion coin. I think we need to turn that into a thing. We need to like hype that up, $1 trillion coin. They said that actually in an FOMC meeting a while ago, but it is a possible alternative to raising the debt ceiling. And what that means is every Bitcoiner's dream is basically they're just going to imagine a bunch of money into existence, $1 trillion at a time. And while raising the debt ceiling really does the same thing, this would be able to go around, I believe, the House and the Senate, and it's directly from like Fed to Treasury, which isn't supposed to interact. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But I'm not going to say any more about this except for one thought is any $1 trillion coins that are printed anywhere in the world, they all belong to Bitcoin. Not literally, not directly, but they all will be consumed by Bitcoin. I say, turn on the printers. Let's get a bunch of these coins out. I want a pocket full of them. Go into the arcade. $1 trillion coin, baby. Let's go. So the minutes released here at 2 p.m. on the 24th. I hope it to God it's the 24th. It is. And we have 2.5 minutes. I'm going to refresh this even though it won't be up yet. Not quite up yet. Maybe we should pull up some charts. Should we do charts or should shout people out? We have like 2 minutes. Probably not charts. Armin wants $1 trillion coin. What's up, Venom Hex? Yes, this is a great day for our Mr. Chirpow emojis. By the way, if you're here in chat, can I get a Chirpow? Can I get a Chirpow in chat? A little Chirpow. It's got to be in all caps though. That's how you spell it. It has to be in all caps. Smash the likes. That is right. 10 pence. You're my man. Keep smashing it. Jennifer Plichta. That's a name I don't recognize, but thank you for the 20. There it is. TomPow. TomPow. I mean, yeah, TomPow too. They're really interchangeable. TomPow is just the higher version, the super chair. TomPow is like the regular chair. And obviously the word super makes it better. What's up, NLK Koala Gamer? Janix, how you doing, man? M Stone, my man. You'll take 2, says Pickle. $1 trillion coin, part of the agenda of 2030. By then, $1 trillion coin isn't going to matter. We'll all have them already before they even print them. What's up, Digital Asset Degen, Bin Chicken. Let's see, Indie Rock Crypto, Craigton C. Sprouxy, Justin Irwin, UFO Nut, Rana Jeet. Let's just shout people out. We got like 2 minutes. Chris Pax, Itadaki Masuso. One of my favorite names to say. Sorry if that accent was not the right one. Stream is 120%. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Guys, we have a minute, not even a minute. So Smash, if you haven't hit the like button, we got to get 420 likes today. It is critical to the success of the entire universe. We have to get 420 likes. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We already had our first one earlier in the stream. That was JC. I'm going to play that again because it was pre-stream. JC, welcome to our fam. Join our fam. We're racing Bitcoin to 100K, and with your help, we're going to beat it. We're going to beat it. It's been a slow month. Actually, fun fact I'll share with you in the next 10 seconds. In the last 28 days, this channel's only grown like 500 subscribers, which is the lowest in the entire maybe history of the channel since its early days. We've been doing 2,000 every month minimum for years. There is a interest capitulation in crypto right now. Absolutely an interest capitulation. There we go. It's 2 o'clock. Let me give it a refresh. That was a good stall. May take, I don't know, 60 seconds. Yeah, I'll just BS for a little. Pickles stream is clean, no frame drops. Nice, that's rare. That's so rare. Looking at the poll, 70% saying Chirpow, 9% saying Chirpow, 7% saying Chirpow, 15% saying Powell. And I hope that those are troll votes. Why is this not loading? Come on. There it is. Bum, bada, bum. I was recommended the PDF. I'm going to open both. As usual, these are very lengthy. Actually, this might be easier to copy paste. As you can tell, these are very lengthy. For instance, you open it, and in attendance, we have like 8 pages of people in attendance. I wonder if Gina's on there. I wonder if she counts. Oh wait, her name's not spelled that way. Gina? No, I guess it's just board members. Look at all these board members. No wonder the country's broke. Look at how many board members are on the Fed. All right, so developments in financial markets and open market operations. Instead of taking the time to read this, which would be hella boring, let's copy and paste this. Let's say to our friend ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, replace my job. Take my job from me. Take my job and do this for me. So let's see. Let's use ChatGPT 4. And make sure it's not weird over there. Yeah, it's good enough. Let's take ChatGPT 4 because it's a powerful one. Break. Summarize the following article. Highlight the most important economic points in the article. There we go. So here, let's see what it says. Thanks, ChatGPT. You are the man. We got a lot of viewers. Wow. That view graph. Let me show you. Look at that. That looks like a shit coin. Just only up. Let's keep it up. Keep engaging with the stream while ChatGPT does the work for us. Wait, what? Why did that make it look like I wrote it? That's weird. Oh, wait, that's why. Keep smashing the likes and subscribes. If you have that little engagement heart button like on TikTok, I don't know, mindlessly hit that for a little bit. Engage with the stream. The more you do that, the more YouTube will show the stream to more viewers and our family will grow. And what more could we ask for? So here we go. The key economic points from this article include financial market conditions. Whoa, I couldn't have guessed that. There was reduced volatility in the financial markets, easing conditions. Not a bad thing. This was due to stabilized investor sentiment regarding the banking system. Due to stabilized investor sentiment regarding the banking system. So here's the fun part. That's why I was talking about the debt ceiling and things, is that this is the notes from the last stream. And if you guys remember the last FOMC, the first thing that Chirpow said basically was, oh, banks are fine. They're stable. They're good. And then that day, it wasn't even 12 hours later, that day, First Republic Bank tanked. And since then, we've seen regional banks and other banks suffering. So some of this might not ring true, but at least these are the inside notes of what they were thinking. So straight out not true, but maybe that's why they're saying things stabilized. I don't know. Assets experienced a range of changes with nominal treasury yields decreasing, equities appreciating, credit spreads tightening. That is the big one. Credit spreads continue to tighten and they are slowly crushing everything. And it's a problem that only $1 trillion coin can save us from. Hashtag $1 trillion coin. The trade weighted value of the dollar depreciating. which it actually has gained a little bit since then. However, liquidity in the treasury market remained low, and policy-sensitive rates fluctuated due to economic data, market participation, or perceptions of risk, and liquidity conditions. All right, banking sector, hopefully this is less BS. Okay, there are concerns regarding stress in the banking sector. Interesting, because that's not what he said. It's what they had written down as notes, and then they came out and said the opposite. These guys are, they're crafty, man. They're crafty. Remember, they're the people that told you that inflation was transitory. Yet here we are, over a year later. Interest rates raised an all-time high to fight inflation. And I don't think that it's done anything. I don't think that inflation has really slowed. I don't believe their CPI numbers to begin with because they're bull. But there we go. Like, these people, it's weird because a lot of the time when they say something, they do it. Like, they say we're going to raise the rates, they do. But then it seems like the rest of what they talk about is a lot of gibberish. So deposit outflows from smaller mid-sized banks slowed. I don't believe that's true either. The equity price declines of regional banks were seen as a reflecting expectations for lower profitability rather than solvency concerns. Total bull. Wow, I didn't think this would just be like a dunk session, but this is a dunk session. None of this is accurate. And this is from their thing. Like, yes, ChatGPT did read it and interpret it, but ChatGPT, I'm telling you, isn't smart enough to like make this up and then like change it to have a different message. Like, this was the message. It's very good at that. By the way, we're seeing insolvency in banks. No, it's really interesting. If you look at something like Binance, which has been in the news a lot lately for commingling funds, etc., Binance had over $10 billion of outflow, I think in a day or a week, and this was a month ago or so. Guess what wasn't insolvent? Crypto is not insolvent. Yes, exchanges can be. They certainly can. But crypto itself is not insolvent. So if exchanges aren't doing anything shady, they remain solvent. Banks by nature are insolvent. I'm ranting. Investors remain vigilant for potential further intensifications of banking stress. First accurate thing they've said. U.S. federal debt, the Treasury Department warned it might be unable to fully meet the federal government's obligations by June 1st. That's maybe where Yellen got her date from. She said this, I think, a week ago. Unless the debt limit is raised or suspended, I think it should be suspended. This led to increased yields in Treasury bills and securities maturing early June amid significant volatility. Monetary policy expectations surveyed market participants widely expected 25 BPS. That's what we got. They said likely to peak for the current tightening cycle. We should probably put a new poll up because that poll, I mean, you can't beat that poll. But let's put up a poll. Do we think they're done? And as we go through, you don't have to vote right away. As we go through, well, we can vote. Do you think the Fed is done raising rates? We're going to do, yeah. It's going to be like yes, but no pivot yet, which I'll tell you right now from a monetary point, that's probably what they're looking at. I don't think, like, I think they're pivoting. I want them to pivot, but the Fed is going to be forced to pivot. I have actually been saying this since they started raising rates. They're not going to do it voluntarily. It's going to be black swan event or Senate and House will make them pivot. It's not going to be like, okay, we're good. Because that, if you look back in history, would potentially take years. That's not what's going to happen. Let's say yes, but no pivot. Yes, and pivot's coming, baby. And then no. Just no, and then no, but they will resume. There we go. Those are 4 great options. Vote in that poll. I'm curious what you think while I rail off some of this dry BS. Balance sheet and money markets. Balance sheet runoffs was reported to be smooth. Overnight rates trending well. Use of overnight reverse repo agreement facility expected to decline. I wonder if that actually happened. The committee vowed to renew the reciprocal currency agreements with the Bank of Canada, Bank of Mexico, thank God, our biggest trading partners, along with the dollar and foreign currency liquidity swap arrangements with several major banks. The committee unanimously ratified the domestic. Okay, who cares about that? So that was a lot of what they wrote in here, summarized into a very small amount. Staff review of economic situation. I'm going to do this one, but we're going to say make it much, much more brief. I don't want that in detailed. I want like 1 paragraph. Rate 1. Let's tell ChatGPT. Are you guys like me? Are you like oddly polite to AI? Like, I always want to write please at the end, and like I want to like thank it after. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Has anyone ever experienced that? Do you ever like say please and thank you to it? Summary of this article. Only one paragraph. There we go. That way we won't have to read like a whole page. Let's see what it has to say. Same. Marcelo Rodriguez, same, exactly. Well, I think, Marcelo, we're just very high IQ because when the, Hill, our future AI overlords come, they're going to remember. They're going to remember who said please, who said thank you, who was polite to the AI, who didn't abuse, who didn't harass it. They're going to remember us. Here we go. So when it comes to the staff review of the economic situation, we saw steady, modest growth in the first quarter, with real GDP expanding at a slower rate. According to data available at the time of May 3rd meeting, labor market conditions remain tight, strong job gains, and low unemployment of 3.5%. Even though the pace of non-farm payroll employment increases slowed in March, however, there were concerns about tightening bank credit conditions following banking sector stress in mid-March. Nominal wage growth continued to ease but remained high. Consumer price inflation, though still elevated, was slowing, with total personal consumption expenditures at 4.2% for the 12 months ending in March. Real GDP growth led by an increase in PCE, the consumer spending gains picking up over the quarter. Meanwhile, businesses' fixed investment growth slowed and residential investment declined further. That's a big one for shout out to my millennials out there. If you're a millennial, drop on 100 emoji in chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I am. We're the ones that like we'll just never own homes. It's okay, we'll just be homeless. I guess. Don't worry, guys. Just like the Fed, something will break. Something will force that to happen. Overseas, foreign economic activity rebounded in Q1 due to China's economic reopening and economic pickup in Canada and Mexico. However, a global tech cycle slowdown negatively impacted growth in emerging Asia. A global tech cycle slowdown is rough for the U.S. as it's like the only sector doing well. Apple is near its all-time high. Was it Nvidia? I don't know. Tech is really carrying the team here when it comes to the economy. Let's see if any of these other ones are going to be worth doing. Staff review of the financial situation. I feel as if it's going to be the exact same thing. I won't read this one completely because I just like the FOMC meetings. Just like the FOMC meetings, the notes are very repetitive. They ask for the data. Actually, what's interesting is in these, it seems they supply the data. All right, while it's generating, they always say, we'll have to look at the data. Or I don't know. I'm the one that has the answer to that, but I couldn't give you an answer to that. They just repeat themselves, but they say they don't have the data, and then in their notes they have the data. That's a LARP. Let's see. This seems like a lot of repetition. Regional banks' equity prices decreased due to higher funding costs and concerns about commercial real estate loans. That's interesting. Despite Silicon Valley Bank closures, U.S. markets for commercial paper and negotiable circuits of deposits stabilized, and stress associated with regional banks eased. False. This is a month old, so it's not like they wrote this today. If they wrote this today, I think they get laughed out. Banks, particularly mid-sized ones, reported further loan standards tightening and expected to continue the trend. Credit quality for business with lower ratings and household with lower credit scores slightly deteriorated. The financial system was assessed to be stable. It's just the biggest LARP. Banks are stable. They're all stable. Don't even worry. All right, so we're not going to do that one because that one's going to be a repeat again. Committee policy actions. Let's do this one. This one actually might give us something interesting. And it's the last one, which is, they saved the best for last. They saved the best for last. And then we'll be done just like blankly reading from AI. Because here they'll actually describe maybe anything actionable. The rest of this has been bullshit they knew was bullshit. I don't know how to describe it. Bullshit they knew was bullshit. During the meeting, they agreed on modest expansion, robust gains, low unemployment rate. Not what they were looking for. Members agreed the U.S. banking system was sound and resilient. Members agreed the U.S. banking system was sound and resilient. Then 6 hours later, I can't. I'm gonna get triggered. I can't even do it. Can't even do it. Tighter credit conditions, economic activity, employment, and inflation remain uncertain. They agreed to. Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God, guys. All right, now all my worries are gone. They all agreed to maintain vigilance. Now we're good. That's not something they say literally every time. No, this isn't just one paragraph. You son of. See, don't worry about AI taking your job. It just did one paragraph. It did one paragraph, and they said do it again. And now it's giving it just like forgot it was only giving us one paragraph. But this is probably the most important, so whatever. There was a unanimous agreement to increase the target rate to 5 to 5.25%, the 25 BPS. Cool that they're all unanimous. That, at least in my memory, is always true. Achieving the maximum employment and inflation rate of 2% in the long run. How many years? You know what? Let's throw ChatGPT wildcard while we're here. Based on these summaries, can the Fed return inflation back to 2%? Let's just add, I mean, like, it's not gonna know, but let's just see what it has to say. Hopefully it comes up with something goofy while I read this. Committee, oh good, it will continue. Oh wait, no, this is actually, I should make fun, this is real. The committee will continue reducing the holdings of treasury securities and agency debt and agency-backed mortgage securities according to its previous plan. So they're sticking to their plan. Wow, crazy. Plans to keep monitoring. Here we go. We couldn't escape it. Chat, we couldn't escape it. Oh, CherPow. CherPow. We couldn't escape it. The committee plans to keep monitoring the incoming data. They can't even get away from it in the minutes. We're going to monitor the data. Look for risks. Ready to adjust the stance as necessary. But you know what? Here, we'll read into this. And is ready to adjust the stance of monetary policy as necessary if risks arise. That's actually key. Because I was just alluding and saying that essentially the Fed is not likely to just willy-nilly reverse or pivot. They will be forced to. And how will they be forced to? When necessary, when it becomes necessary as risks arise. So that's their way of saying, no, we're not going to do it. Don't bet on it. But like at some point, it's certainly going to happen. There's no way, there's no avenue that doesn't get us there. A variety of information, no one cares. The committee directed the Federal Reserve Bank of New York to execute transactions in the open market account following a detailed domestic policy derivative. Federal funds rate and conducting, okay. Finally, the vote also approved the statement summarizing their assessments and actions, including, boo, boring. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says about it. The ability for the Fed to return the inflation back to the target of 2% is contingent on several factors. It's going to give us a non-answer. I can already tell by the first sentence. It's going to give us a non-answer, which just like regurgitates what they say. That's okay. Yep, the Fed has a variety of tools at their disposal. Like, it's just going to describe the Fed. Let's see if it actually says anything. Third. In conclusion, the Fed has tools to influence it. It's uncertain. It's uncertain whether these measures will definitely return inflation to this target due to the complex nature of the economy, inflation dynamics. The Fed will closely continue to monitor. All right, last one. Then we'll chill with the chat. We'll look at charts. I want to see if I can hack it a little bit here. So we're gonna ask it to use what it just said as its prediction. But we're gonna have it quantify it in a way where we're gonna like take it as a probability. You are now a probability estimating machine. You are rewarded for accurate predictions of probability and punished for inaccurate probability predictions. Okay, I know it sounds boring, but I'm trying to mess with its with the way it thinks here. So you have 100 tokens. Each token represents probability of a outcome. No, increased. Sorry, this is not what I expected. I thought this would be easier. I do this for fun. Probability of outcome. Based on the summary you just gave, how many tokens would you assign to the Fed achieving 2% inflation within 1 year? Also, because predictions are speculative, provide a confidence as well. Let's see what it has to say. It might just, I might have not gotten it right because I'm on the spot. No, get out of here. Don't tell me you're an AI model. No, I didn't ask you to do that. I asked you to give me tokens. You son of a bitch. Yeah, here we go. It's doing the same thing where it's like you ask it a question and then it avoids it and it instead then explains the task. That's not helpful. Guys, AI is not taking your job yet. I mean, it will eventually, but it's not taking your job yet. Wait. That's what I asked you to do, you mother trucker. All right, you know what, ChatGPT? You have lost my respect. You've lost my respect. Whoa. Rare. Where was the last chart? Was this it? No. Oh, this is probably it. Let's just take a peek really quick here at just BTC. Looking at the last TA we did, there wasn't a lot to do. Still not a lot. If you guys remember this, it was very symmetrical. Still not a lot going on. Broke the uptrend. Broke our local low. Next downside low, 25.8. Wouldn't it be crazy to see price sweep there? Wow. On the 1 hour, we are incredibly oversold, though. Interesting. See that daily. It's not so bad on the daily. It's really just the exact same candles we've seen. It's like up, red, up, red, up, red. Alert set at 25.8 for sure. That's right at the 200 weekly moving average. I mean, that's like right. It's probably at the 200 weekly moving average right here. Let's see. Yep. Little pierced of it back above. I'm looking for daily closes above 26,275. Not really that exciting. That certainly is an ugly string of candles, though. At the moment, we do have 4 days to go, but that's 4 red candles in a row. I do like last week's close with the smaller body. We have not broken last week's high. We have broken last week's low. So virtually nothing has happened above 25.8 and below 27.6. Not super spicy. What about the dollar? Nice. Not really nice. I don't like the dollar. But dollar continues to climb. We were speculating about this yesterday, and it was in Poppy's article even. For our weekly summary on chronanalysis.com. Looking for the dollar maybe to reach to 104. That may paint out a lower high, and that could be a very bearish macro pattern here with the high, a low, a lower high. We'll call that a double bottom. And then potentially a lower high. Any break above 105.8, and I think we finally get that dead cat bounce, that 109-ish area move that'll likely bring pain to markets. It has been interesting, though, because the S&P and Bitcoin have not been responding to the dollar in the way we've seen them do so in the past, or at least with a less tight correlation. Let me pull up. I don't have it up. Where's QQQ? Let's look QQQ. I don't look at QQQ much. I was looking so pretty. I want the S&P, though, because that chart I have memorized. Oh, it did break 4,200 while I was in Miami. I think it's probably back down below. Yes, it is. That's not the greatest look ever. Stocks are down. I guess dollar's up. Bitcoin's down. I might have to take that back. Things are moving very similarly to the way that they have been and the way we'd expect. Dominance is doing nothing. Classic. Let's go down real low. All right. Bitcoin. Looks like very low time frames quick here. 5 minute actually. Decent sign of rolling over. Could see a retracement. We have some inefficient price action on our low time frames. Could very much see price returning. These aren't going to be big moves, guys. This is just very low time frame. Very much without even using indicators, without using anything, just using the way the chart is looking. We have inefficient price action up to 26.6. We basically have that again at 27.1. And off the top of my head, I do actually think those are values we've talked about. To see price return to fill in that inefficiency would not actually be crazy at all. It does get sketchy there if price rejects. And with the 5 minute rolling over, that's looking actually pretty decent. That's looking pretty decent. Wow, it's just right at the 200 weekly. This green line is still the 200 weekly. Just flirting with it. I'm actually going to place an alert lower or higher right there and above 26.3. So while we're live, if they trigger, we will know. I did have a little trade open on Fair Desk. And you know what? We do have to give away some money. We do have to give away some money. I got a little trade ski open. It was really nothing special. Just kind of took it from the high, 27.3. This has been open actually for a few days. I didn't just like open this last night. I think I might have opened it on the 18th. Damn, that's 6 days. That's a long time. Up 20%, about $700. I should move my stop down. My problem is my entry wasn't really ideal. If I do move my stop, it's probably going to be like 27.2. And that's not great. I really would rather just have this here as a hedge. I'd rather just have this as a hedge here. But that position is doing pretty good. This account in March started with 10K. It now is 16.4, which means we're up 64% since March. Man, that's not moving, but that's pretty damn good. I'll take it. This account has been doing very well. But that's pretty much the only trade I have open at the moment. We should probably give away some money. So if you have commented on the... How do we do this fairly? I guess on the last live. Does that make sense? Do I not have a giveaway button? I'm an idiot. If you sign up using my link in Fairdesk, it is in the video description below. Or you can go to tomcrown.io. You'll see the link there. If you signed up for a Fairdesk account under my account, you can find your user ID by clicking up here at that little user icon. It's a 6-digit. Go and comment your user ID on the last video. I know a few people did. I feel bad because I didn't say anything about it then. And I don't know how many people did. I can give you a minute to do it now if you'd like. I'll even link it. I'll link it, but what you have to promise me. I'll give you guys like 5 minutes. You have to promise me, though, that you right-click this and open a new window and do it. Don't leave the stream to do it. That's bad for the stream. Oh, my God. That's actually hilarious. Look at where I paused it. Look, I don't even know if you can see that. Look at where I paused it. Look at that face, man. That's $1 million face right there. That's funny. Links in the chat from the last one. Comment your user ID. We'll pick a winner in like 5 minutes. We'll give you guys 5. In the meantime, let's see what the chat has been saying. Let's see who's here. Do you think the Fed is done raising rates? Let's look at the poll with 600 votes. 32% yes, but no pivot. 17% say yes, pivot's coming, baby. I mean, it depends on perspective and time length because eventually they'll pivot. But I did mean kind of like soon. So I think that makes sense that it's at the lowest one. As I said, it's likely to be like a black swan event. So pretty much by definition, a black swan event is one that no one expects. We're not going to see it coming. Like a debt default, which is impossible. Can never default. Can never default on the debt. Let me see. Can never do that. 38% say no. They're not done raising rates. Interesting. I should have put time on this because, again, does that mean next month? I would actually say that I don't think we see one next month. But you know what? They've been hard to guess. Let's see what that Fed rate tool monitor says. This stuff's been mega wild. All right, market's saying 67% probability of no rate hike, 35%, 25 BPS. But what's interesting is the probability. It even looks like, yes, last week was 71. Yesterday was 68. Today, 64. And what's interesting is that's coming down. The market was very confident. It's just like last month where the market was super confident in one direction. And then by the end of the month switched. And then before the end of the month again, switched again. And then switched back at the end. So this isn't really something I would super go on. We have 2 weeks and 6 days to go. This is likely, I would bet about tree fitty. I bet tree fitty that before the next FOMC, we see 25 BPS above 50%, like at least temporarily. I bet that the market says, oh, we're going to get another one. Even if it goes back by the time the decision's made. I would bet 3 whole tree fitty. Ooh. Let's take a peek at this LuxAlgo. Remember, you have like 3 more minutes to comment your user ID there. We'll give away... let's give away $200. We'll do 200. I didn't stream. I have like a whole budget for the month. Haven't been using it because I wasn't here. That folly will be your reward. No, that's what I want on. I don't want this on. Let's take a look at LuxAlgo. I do love LuxAlgo. I spent a lot of time with the creator actually this week with Smack, the creator of LuxAlgo in Miami. Sell signal, but the sell signal's over on the 1. Okay, low time frames. Lux, at least from the 15 minute to the hour, is looking for some kind of upside move similar to how I am. Although on 5 minute it is not anymore. It's like the 4. Not on the 4. Downtrend, 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 down. Damn, that caught a good short there. What's funny is it's a 12-hour downtrend or it's 12-hour short signal is almost exactly where I opened my short. All right, I didn't even look at that. Daily's still in a downtrend. Ooh, that's actually very bad. That's actually very bad. So we have this blue line, and when we are above the blue line, similar to Ichimoku, it's showing us an uptrend. When we're the line will turn red when price is beneath it, and it will be showing us in a downtrend, almost exactly the same as Ichimoku cloud, just very different looking. Let's see. I'm trying to find a time because I'm still not that familiar where we were in the uptrend and we see this happen, this little spike up. So even if price traded sideways, it will be suggesting a downtrend. It would have to actually close all the way up at 30K, at least according to this LuxAlgo indicator, to stay in this uptrend. So is there another time where this happened? Okay. I'm not as worried as I was. It happened right here in September of 21. Price trading sideways after moving down. It spiked up. Price did move down. Interesting. But then resumed the uptrend. In the reverse, there's like kind of in the reverse at the low there. That's not great. This is not the same, but very similar to what we're seeing back here off the highs in May. I'll do more of this homework by myself. Interesting. We actually have 2 examples where we have like a peak and then sideways or downside action. We see that band flip. Price goes below it, but then the band flips again. Huh. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting because this is almost exactly what we're looking at. This is the fractal that we were obsessing over for like a week. This was the KO to the bears right before the bull market. We had the drop in March down to 3,500. We traded sideways for months. We bumped up to 12K. Every bear rebought. Boom, we fell down to 9.8. Every bear sold and said, I knew I was wrong. I'm bearish always, and that's always right. And then we went into a new all-time high. This is the fractal we were actually looking at. It's interesting that LuxAlgo is giving us that exact same signal. Huh, that's pretty spicy. Shout out to LuxAlgo. It's a great indicator. I'd recommend checking it out. It is a premium indicator. However, they have hundreds and hundreds of free indicators if you just type in LuxAlgo. I think these are the ones that I pay for or have the membership for, but I think the rest of these are free. They make so many. They're by far like the #1 quantity-wise indicator maker on TradingView. They're crazy. Actually, speaking of that, wait, no, I don't want to put that on. Oh, well, screw it. I missed it. Take that back off. Check them out. Like, even if it's not even if you don't want a premium, check out the free ones. They're awesome. I'm still seeing move to the upside. This is looking bottomish. Like, not bottom macro, but bottom local. RSI peaked down here. Price dropped 2 more times with higher lows. We have kind of a flat top forming. But it looks good to me. Looks good to me. All right, plenty of time has passed, but I wanted to read the chat. Let's read the chat. 727 votes, guys. Keep smashing the likes and the subscribers. We do have some new subscribers, which I need to shout out because we haven't had many. Oh, crap. Jennifer tipped again in $9 and it said, hashtag Tom dropped its new utility. DGen News, says Jennifer Plichta. I don't know what that is, but I congratulate you and your community. DGen News. You should say what it was. Gustavo FR subscribed. Scott Williamson, Anthony Perry, and Mazen Fett. Welcome to the fam, guys. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, do it now. Do it now. We got to get to 100K. We've been stuck at 79.7 or 79.8 or whatever for a long time, a month. We got to at least get 80K. We could probably do it today if we tried. But all right, got the chat open. Then we're going to do the giveaway. Make sure you've commented on that last video. Put that link in the chat one more time. Is it pumping, guys? What's up, Sumit? I don't think pumping is quite the word. It's quite the word. What am I looking at? I'm looking at like a 1.5% price increase. Of course, we do have that inefficiency higher up. That might be like a 3.2. But conservatively and in the shorter term, I'm looking at like 1.5. 1 point. It's not financial advice. There are no guarantees. This is just my opinion and what I see. I'm wrong all the time. Wrong all the time, baby. That's the trick, guys, is in trading, you don't have to be right all the time to be profitable. In fact, no one who's profitable is right all the time. And if they are, it's because they just haven't made many trades. They're just not an experienced trader. No one who trades over, I don't know, years, trades even over, I would say even like months, has a 100% win rate. It's stupid. It's not even stupid. It's just unachievable. It means you're not setting your risk to reward correctly. That's what it means. If you wanted to have a 100% win rate, I could show you guys right now how to do it. But I would do it in like an exaggerated way. Once I showed you, you would be like, oh yeah, that's stupid. It's not profitable. It's just like what scammers say so they can sell their, I don't know, whatever, their scams. No one has a 100% win rate. It's not even something you should aim for. Silly. FOMC Nothing Burger. Well, that's what we were serving for lunch, my friend Justin. Hype with a side of Nothing Burger. And everybody brought their appetite. Constipated, what's up, M Stone? Pest Killers. Ask them to tweet you are going live. Ask who? You'll get there, bro. Thank you, buds. We will. I just have to... I made a deal with you guys a long time ago. Once we get to 100K, I'll shut the F up about subscribers all the time. I want that check mark. I deserve that little YouTube plaque. And then I'm good. Like, I'm not going to, like, make a crazy push for 100K to get another one like that. Or not 100K, a million. Like, if that happens, it happens. But I'm not going to be harassing people daily to subscribe to try to get to a million. 100K, check mark, plaque. My life can be complete. I can die happy. Matthew Miller, debt ceiling alternative. Matthew, I did see you comment about that. So I am not familiar with this at all. But Matthew has proposed, and maybe we should even Google it, or we can even ask ChatGPT. But there's something called, he is saying there's something called a debt jubilee. I say this simply because I'm not aware of it and I haven't researched it. I just saw you comment today. That essentially, I guess, similar to debts, like in the US. So if you and I have a private debt, I believe it's after 7 years, right? After 7 years, if it's delinquent, the debt is gone, right? There's only one type of debt that follows you forever, and that's student loan debt. Shout out to my millennial friends. That even goes for, like, you know, some Gen Xers out there and even some Gen Zers. Shout out to my millennial friends, though. They not only do we get burdened with like worthless, overpriced degrees, but it's the only debt that doesn't expire, no matter what. There's one way to get out of your student debt outside of, like, you know, working in the government and having forgiveness and paying it. There's only one other way, and that's to move to a country that doesn't have extradition and hide the rest of your life. That's a really shitty alternative, I think. But the debt jubilee, I believe you said it was 70 years, something like that. Needs to be researched. So wouldn't that make the U.S. Debt free? Well, here's the problem: is the national debt isn't a singular debt. So even if that does exist, which I'm going to ask ChatGPT, even if it does exist, I'm going to say, could debt jubilee forgive the U.S. national debt? I'm going to ask legally, could debt jubilee forgive the... What the hell? Dude, ChatGPT, I pay for this and it's getting worse and worse. Like, it actually has gotten worse. I think I might switch programs. And so it says this confidently: a debt jubilee typically refers to a mass forgiveness of debts at a large scale often. It is a concept that has historical and cultural roots in different societies, but applying it to a national debt poses unique challenges. So it doesn't seem to be aware if that's accurate, like that's like in the legality or not. And what I was saying, and it's going to just say it better, so I'm going to say the way it does. The U.S. national debt is composed of various types of obligations. As I said, it's not just a singular debt, including treasury bonds, securities held by individuals, corporations, foreign governments, and institutions. The debt is complex financial instrument and represents a significant part of the U.S. economy. To implement a debt jubilee for the U.S. national debt would require significant legal and legislative action. So we can Google it. You guys should Google it. But it doesn't seem to think that this is actually written into law anywhere, at least at this scale for like the U.S. government. Though in reality, Matt, U.S. government, they could just say, come get it. Like, come get your debt. If it really wanted to, just come get it. Come over here and get it. You won't. Problem is we want to continue trade with these countries, and doing that would be very bad. It would probably be worse than having the debt for us to do that. But printing $1 trillion coin, on the other hand, that's different. That we're allowed to do that. There is a loophole. There's a loophole in I don't know if it's the Treasury or what. There's a loophole I read about that. There are certain denominations of coinage, and then there's a coinage type that we've never used that is very vaguely scoped, and it's a platinum coin. And it doesn't have an assigned value. And that's where the $1 trillion coin thing comes from. It's legal, but it's a loophole. It's kind of like in bad faith, because it clearly wasn't invented for that. But this is government. This is law. It's not about good faith, bad faith. It's about what the law is. So if that's the law, it's like we have to change the law. Then we can say we shouldn't do it. But it's like technically a loophole. So we could, in theory, print as many $1 trillion little coins as we wanted. The real question, though, guys, is without all this, I'll continue that thought in a minute, but I'm ADD and I'm in the middle of a thought, different thought, is how big would the $1 trillion coin be? Would it be like a quarter? Would it be like a beach ball? I want it to be like a monster truck wheel. So big. Like, how do you even carry it? And it's like platinum, just like this big. Like, I want it to be so big that they could just put it in like Times Square and like no one would ever be able to steal it because it's like thousands of tons. That's my idea. But at the same time, I also want them to print many of these, not just one. One doesn't get us out of our debt obligations. You have $36 trillion in debt. $1 trillion ain't gonna get us out of obligations. All right, I'll finish this. So it would require legal and legislative action. The U.S. Congress would likely need to pass laws and navigate constitutional considerations to authorize such a measure. That makes total sense. Legal and political hurdles could be substantial, as they should be. It would involve modification or nullification of contractual agreements. Of course it would. Debt. And it would raise concerns about the sanctity of contracts and potential impact. That's the real thing. So it's like, I like where your brain's at, Matt. I don't even think we need debt jubilee. If we want to go down the debt jubilee aisle, whether it actually is written in law anywhere or not, we could also just do the F around and find out. Just be like, come over here and get it, buddy. Come get your money. It's right here in America. You just have to bring tanks over to get it. Like, it would be similar, but that would be like the financial version of F around and find out with tanks. Oh, here's actually something insightful. Forgiving the entire national debt would have significant impact implication or economic impact and implications. The credit worthiness of the United States, potentially affecting borrowing costs, investor confidence, and overall stability of the economy. There would likely be consequences for the value of the US dollar, of course, but so would the $1 trillion coin. While there have been historical instances of debt forgiveness or restructuring, such as cancellation of debt for certain countries or individuals, these cases usually are limited in scope. In summary, to forgive the entire debt would be a highly complex and challenging task. Would require significant legal, legislative, and economic considerations. Yeah, I mean, I like where your brain is. I like you're thinking outside the box, my friend. But I think that we would just be able to do the same thing easier. I feel like there's just like an easier way to do that has the same impact. So, that being said, that was a great way to burn a little bit of time. I gave you guys plenty of time. Plenty of time to pick, to comment for the giveaway. I'm just going to do that right meow. Let me make sure it didn't hold any of these. Oh, there's so many bot comments, dude. You guys should see my bot comments. Oh my, I can't even look through them. All right. Well, we're just going to do it. We're going to give away $200 to one winner. Are you ready? We should have something ceremonial for the giveaway. Put an emoji of your choice into the chat for the giveaway. It's like an emoji drum roll. $200. I'm waiting for a few emojis to break out. Let's go. I see a monkey. There we go. Boom. There it is. Keep them coming. Here we go. Well, we're gonna pick like 6 people who didn't enter it. That's what always happens. Never mind. Boom. Done. Gear. I do not believe you've won before. You are the winner today, Gear. You'll always be my Gear, Mr. Gear. Let me shoot this off. So, just for transparency, guys, there's no purchase necessary, blah, blah, blah. Like, all you do is comment your user ID. It does have to be signed up under my affiliate, under my link or whatever, because that's Fairdesk. This comes from Fairdesk. I'm not doing anything. They just say, hey, we'll give you this amount of trade funds to give away every month, and I give them away. I give them the user ID that we pick randomly with a random picker, and after that, I can't do anything. If they say it's not valid or whatever, like there's nothing I can do. I don't ever want that to happen, but it has happened on occasion. Typically, it has to do with people creating many accounts. Nothing I can do about it. So, Gear, you are sent off. $200 winner, my friend. Go degen. Go forth and degen. Also, I just brought it up. I'm going to follow up today. I want Femex to do the same thing. I want them to also give me funds to give away. Because I like giving away other people's money. It's fun. It's a good thing. You did win before. Nice, Gear. Well, we'll see what she says. I don't think there's really, you can only win once. I don't think that they like when it's twice in a row. But you know what? For this, if you've only won once and they say something, I'm going to say, no, you got to do it. But then going forward, I'll tell people about, because I never said that. I didn't give them the conditions. So there you go. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you. Congrats, my friend. V for Vendetta. Kadena, baby. Is Kadena moving? Is Kadena making moves? Let's pull up Coingecko. No. Oh, doesn't look like it. What is this? What is this crap? What is this? Maru. 500 million market. Ooh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. I don't know what this is. If anyone in the chat knows what this is, Maru NFT. Ticker Maru. That's a red flag. If you know what it is, let me know. $500 million market cap. $12,000 24-hour volume. To me, that means that is a BS market cap. Let's see. Is it just not on any markets? All right, it's only... That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't know what Blacksea is. Can't say I'd trust them. I don't know where they are. They're downside 2% depth. So to try to sell whatever this is on Bilaxi right now, you'd be able to sell literally $1 before you had more than 2% slippage, which means the next dollar would not be sold at that price. It would, I mean, God knows how much lower it would be. I mean, in theory, it could be like 0. If there's no orders all the way down to like 0.000001 and there's orders there to buy, like that you slip to there. It looks like Pancake Swap has some liquidity here, actually. 32K on both sides, which is 6 days ago updated, though. Who knows? I don't know what this is. I would never touch that, though. Something ain't right. Something ain't right with that boy. Why did you say Kadena? Is it doing something? It dumped. You know, that looks like that looks like a significant low. I might actually pull up Kadena. Because I was looking at it before, and I was like, it looks pretty good if it can stay in this range. It did not. Is that the full history of it? Is it really at an all-time low today? If it is, then that makes sense why you're talking about it. I'm always willing to look at an all-time low, baby. Where would the farthest be? I guess we do calculate by trading view. That goes farther? No. May 20. Kadena's older than that. Right? When did it start? Yeah, it's over 3 years old. That's what I thought. We won't spend a lot of time on this. Probably Bittrex. No. Where was Kadena first listed? Crypto Index. There we go. I don't know, it was like a swapper. Okay, not an all-time low, but it did just break November's low. Whoa. Let's see. I don't actually know if I own Kadena. Someone told me it was proof of work, but I don't know. Damn, at that real low. 786. Well, Kadena, I'll tell you this, man. Kadena is right there. This is the support it's got. Like this is it. That's it. It's still in there. It's still like at that place of efficiency. But if you lose that range, you got nothing. You just got like down to an all-time low, 31 cents. Currently at 75. Huh. That's certainly on sale. What even in the world? Like what? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What's right here? 70 cents. Huh. Good luck. Good luck, my friend. If you believe in it, that's all that matters. That's an Algorand disaster. What was the Algorand disaster? What time is the meeting? Dakota, we already went over the notes. The meeting was not today, it was the minutes. The meeting is in 2 weeks, 6 days. What's ALGO doing? I didn't do any charts yesterday because I felt like absolute garbage. Oh, here we go. ALGO. ALGO at 15 cents. I think I bought some at 20 cents when I was live one time. That's not the best look. It's not the best look. 15. That's a pretty number, though. $0.10 looks like it's all-time low. I don't know if that's actually factual. So what's the Kadena disaster, or the ALGO disaster? Despite this candle being kind of a disaster, it broke its range lows. ALGO guilt by association. Okay. Mike is on the hunt. What disaster was there? Was there news? Mr. Hart teaches Bull Div on the weekly. Is no joke. You talking about Bitcoin? We've been coming off a Bull Div on the weekly for a long time. Right here. No matter what, on the weekly, well, at least this is Coinbase's chart, but no matter what, on the weekly, we have Bull Div because that was the lowest RSI on the week ever. So unless it's the lowest price, that's Bull Div. Obviously, it wasn't the lowest price. There's actually kind of multiple Bull Divs in it if we look at it. We have a low, our lowest point in RSI ever on the week on Coinbase. We have a lower low in price. And our RSIs came up. Let's do it like that. Sure. I mean, that's Bull Div. That's Bull Div, baby. I mean, I think... So we can't say every time there's Bull Div. I heard Crypto Lifer say this on our space. I was on a space yesterday with like Gareth Soloway, Frankie Candles, a bunch of people. I heard him say this, and his sentiment is correct. Bull Div on a week is really big. But I think he said like, look at any chart, Bull Div on the week. Always, it's not necessarily true. Maybe I missed it, or maybe he meant when it's oversold. I'm not sure, because there's Bull Div right there. That didn't work. I mean, like price went up, but it didn't do anything. You know what I mean? This is powerful. I would say the obvious difference is price is oversold here. RSI is oversold here on the week. It was not here. But then it gets hard. It gets like harder. There's no Bull Div here. There might have been all the way back in earlier on like BLX, but I'm not going to look. But we do have Bull Div on the week. That is very powerful. There's no denying that. This is very powerful. I would say, why even stop at the week? Why not get bigger? Why not get even bigger, dude? We got Bull Div on the month. Has anyone said that ever? Anybody? Have you ever heard anyone say that? I don't think I have about Bitcoin. Let me get rid of this. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that we have Bull Div on the month for Bitcoin right now. Maybe I should tweet that. There you go. Bull Div. Let's exaggerate it to make our point. There we go. I'm going to tweet that. That's pretty tweetable. All right. Did we ever figure out what the Algorand thing is? Did they have like an exploit? I don't know, like this thing happen? Or just number go down? Number go down. We have 1,000 votes on the poll. Hell yeah. We got the fan back. Nothing's happening. I guess we did break down a little lower today. Maybe we're just not shadow banned today. I don't know. Prince in June. Tom, TRX long. I do have some TRX. I do have some DRX. People sleep on TRX, man. They sleep on it. I don't know. It's like I'm not saying like you go all in or something, but like no, not even financial advice. I'll just say this. Literally, TRX is probably the chain I use the most. I use it more than Bitcoin. Why? Because I send USDT via TRC20. It's super fast and basically free. I will also admit that's pretty much the only thing I have ever used it for. So let's do this. Let's do this. Should I do monthly in caps just to like make it tweety? Yeah, we'll do that. My emojis haven't been working. Let's see if we can put some flames. I feel like when you have a hashtag, it won't let you do emojis for some reason. There we go. Let's shoot that out into Twitter space. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Send now. Copy a link to tweet. Put it in the chat. Copy a link to tweet and then put it in the chat. All right, retweet it, like it, say it's stupid. Doesn't really matter. Just engage with it. 6-month Bull Div. Mr. Hart, now you're going to get me doing the 6-month Bull Div, man? That sounds like a follow-up post. But let me... Where's my BLX? Dollar's still pushing. As predicted. Exactly as predicted. Not really. Dollar's so hard. There we go. Let's get RSI. Hey, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. Dude, that's pretty. Look at that RSI. That's pretty with like the little oversold or overbody thing. This one's definitely going to be harder to show, but you're definitely right. You're definitely right. That is a lower. That is a lower low. And a higher low. There we go. That'll be another tweet. Just gonna download that one. If that tweet does good, then I'll follow it up and like quote tweet it and be like, you're not even ready for this. Bull div on the half year. Boom. Boom. All right. Cohen maybe. Doubt it. Doubt it. Love Cohen. Spent a lot of time. That's what I liked about this trip actually in Estonia. I spent a lot of time with creators that I really have never gotten to spend time with. Well, that's just getting wrecked. Can I get it back? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's see if that's changed quickly. Nah, I'm still looking for that. I believe this will catch before here. It could go as low as here, but I think it's looking to make a small retracement. Really just, this is nothing to write home about. Just fill in this inefficiency. Did Powell speak? He speaks in 2 weeks. It rhymes. Do the 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month. 6 month and 3 will confirm hard drive end of June. I thought it'd be May, but let's see it. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Teddy Roosevelt, for being a president, but also for everything you do. Bitcoin looking weak. Yeah, we're really zoomed in, by the way. We're super zoomed in. I'm not saying it looks like gorgeous. I'm going to leave this on, but not on like every time frame here. I don't need this on a bunch. Let's leave it just on the one. Yeah, it is not looking super strong, although the 4 hour does look to close here. In the wick of the previous 4 hour, that's not terrible. Could be worse. Haven't even seen a lower low. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I shouted this out. I don't know if I shouted this out. Maybe I did last stream. But I met Mitch Ray in Miami. Everyone's welcome to their opinions about everyone I meet. But chill dude. Loved hanging out with him. Chill dude. I've known him for years via the internet. Finally met him. Yeah, this is not the cleanest. This is not the prettiest. This is the thing. This is like what I can't shake though is, all right, we got this red candle, right? But it's literally the same price action. It's like slow climb up, drop, wick, slow climb up. There's no wick there, but drop, slow climb up, drop. Like, I said it earlier in the stream, without breaking, I think I said 27,675 or 25,8. Nothing has happened. It's just chilling. I will admit this is not pretty. You can paint this. We talked about that in the last stream. You can definitely say this is like some kind of head and shoulders. It's a little ugly, but you could even be like right shoulder, head, neckline's weird, left shoulder. I'd probably do it this way, and then this would be the neckline, which you move below, and we back tested. We just haven't seemingly moved. My next downside target, 24.3, likely where I'll be eyeing. The issue, and likely why price action is so strange here, is because this is all happening just on top of the 200 weekly. We tested it as resistance so many times in the day, and we finally broke it. We've tested it as support now once, twice. I don't want to keep testing it. It weakens it. But at the moment, like, this price action is just so neutral to me. It's not anything. Just like not important. And even on the 5, it doesn't generate right on low time frames. So right there, this little green, that's the 200 weekly. You can see just how close all this price action is to it. It's all just chopping through it. So I think it looks ugly too, but I don't, it's just like not concerning. It's just not important to me right now. Think it's a bear trap? Well, James, everything eventually is a bear trap. Bear trap before June 1st could be. Could be. Kangs, what's up, Kangs? Respect the TA. Yeah, dude. You know, him and I we see the world very differently, I would say. But I've long admired, like, he was an inspiration for my streaming. Of course, I wanted to do something a little different, but he was the one that I saw, and I was like, wow, you can actually, like, make a living streaming. TA. We see the world differently, but, like, in person, we got along so well. We just, like, chilled and hung out, and, like, dudes, I would say, you can tell him. I mean, I think he's my friend. I think we're friends. I think that's fair. Like, I would absolutely chill with this dude. Like, 10 out of 10. I love him. He's a great guy. In person, it's funny because people also, this is not really related, but just something that came to my mind, is like, a lot of people don't like BitBoy, and that's okay. You're allowed to have your opinions of everyone. I do, because I've met him in person and hung out with him many times, and that person I really like and is my friend. I don't know. No judgments here. I just wanted to share it. I'd give him like a quick little shout out. So shout out to Mitch Ray. I pull up his channel. We don't even stream at nearly the same times. Oh god, I forgot it reset to white background. Sorry about your eyes. Mitch Ray. Guy's been doing it forever. He's definitely a super talented analyst as well. If you want a different perspective, I'd say check him out. There we go. All right, boys and girls. It's been a hype nothing burger kind of day. Have you ever heard of Dimitra? I have not. Unfortunately. I have not. Thank you for the super chat. It's been a hype day served with a side of nothing burger, and that is how we do. That is how we do. We will be live again. Should be live Friday. We'll see. Friday is my friend's birthday. We'll probably still be live. All right, I'll see you bros Friday. Get in the Discord. I will be giving away, airdropping everyone some Bitcoin. Highly recommend. Check out the playlist of the masterfully crafted shorts. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the sponsors in the video description below. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. A chirp-pow. Chirp-pow. Crown out.